Hey folks, Colin here from Something's Recording, and today I'm going to show you how to figure out the tempo for your song using Studio One. Today we're going to be talking about figuring out the tempo for your song, but before we dive in, if you are ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process as a whole and really start to hone your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the gift for you, and it is completely free. This is my 7-step mixing checklist. It will guide you through the entire mixing process step by step to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without the hassle and without the guesswork. You can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here and start talking about setting the tempo or figuring it out for your song. We're going to start here with just a blank session. So I'm going to open up one of my session templates. No need to name it or anything. So we will figure out the tempo. If you have the key signature, you could put the key signature in. But we're not going to do that here. So it's going to load up my session template. And then we will talk about playing through a scratch track to figure out the tempo for your song. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my video mic here, and I'm just going to play through a little snippet of the song, record it down, and then we'll listen back, and we're going to use the tap tempo function to figure out the tempo of our song. All right, we have our template loaded up here. We can close that out. We don't need that. All I'm going to do is scroll down to our acoustic here. So what we're going to do here, we don't need any of this stuff, is I'm just going to use the vid mic here, and I'm just going to record a brief scratch track or a brief little demo of the song. That way we can use the tap tempo function inside of Studio One here to map out our tempo and get an idea for the song. So we could just try and play it, right? And then be like, okay, we're going try and do it that way, but it's a little bit easier to do your tap tempo while you're hearing the song, right? You're not trying to focus on figuring it out as you're playing it. You're just playing the song as it is and then tapping it out afterwards. So here we go here. So all I did there was play a little bit of the verse and a little bit of the chorus section. So you want to play a couple different sections so you get a general idea of how each one's going to feel. You don't want to play just the verse section because maybe you'll play the verse section a little bit slower than you play the chorus section. You want to give a little bit of both. That way you have a general average of where your song is going to be sitting and how it's feeling all the way through. Now what we're going to do is we're going to listen through here and we're going to use the tap tempo function to get an idea of where our song's sit. I want to make sure this doesn't change with the tempo here. So you want to come up here to the I and click don't follow. That way the track won't change and transform as the tempo changes. So we'll hit play here. I'm going to mute my mic. And to use the tap tempo function, all you do is click on tempo. See, it comes up, says tap tempo. So you can just click along on the tempo icon here and the tempo will adjust to the track. We settled into about 110 there at the end. That's what I'm going to go with to start. But you could see there At the beginning, when we were kind of sitting into the verse section, we slowed down a little bit to about 108. That was probably the slowest tempo I saw as we were playing through there. And then when we got into the chorus section, we settled into about 110 for a good chunk of the passage there, but it kind of varied between 109 and 111. So we're going to go right in the middle there at 110. And now what we can do is we can go back here and mute the acoustic. We can turn on our click and see if it's a good tempo for the song. So once you have it about mapped out, right, we've played through the song, found about where our tempo's sitting, now we can turn our click on and play to the click and make sure it's comfortable and make sure it fits with the track. So we'll mute here and play with the click. So that's very comfortable right there. 110, right on the money there at the end. That's why you want to play multiple sections, right? Because if we set it at 108, it'd probably dip a little bit too slow for the entirety of the song. It'd probably be comfortable in the chiller verse sections, but when we kick things up for the chorus, we probably want it to be sitting around 110. 111 would probably be a little bit too fast, and 108 would be a little bit too slow. So 110 is what it leveled out at here in the middle section as I was clicking along. So that is probably the best tempo to go with. And as I played along with the click there, it felt comfortable for me and for the song. Just a quick one for you guys here today on how to figure out the tempo for your track and set it inside of Studio One so it's more comfortable for you and more comfortable for the other musicians playing on the project as you build out the arrangements. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process, as I said, and you want to start leveling up your mixes, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It's my 7-step mixing checklist, and you can download it below using the link in the description and start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.